You know that feeling when your business is growing, but it feels like it's actually running you? Yeah, that one. Today, we're going to talk about how to get out of that chaos and actually build a solid structure for growth. So let's dive right in. So let me tell you about a guy named Chidi. He owns an electronics shop. And if you looked at his sales, you'd think, wow, this guy is a success. But the reality? Oh man, he was absolutely drowning. Drowning in notebooks, missed orders on WhatsApp, and just endless follow-ups. And that 2 a.m. moment, that's a feeling so many business owners know. It's that exact problem we're going to break down today. And that right there, that's what we call the chaos of success. It's this strange paradox, right? You're making more sales, things are supposedly going well, but every single win just adds another layer of complication. You feel more overwhelmed, not more in control. I mean, look at the old way. It's just a mess of forgotten orders, ledgers that make no sense, and those super awkward just following up texts. The whole point is to swap all that chaos for a single, smart foundation, something that actually works for you instead of creating more work. So the big question is, how do we actually get there? Well, it all starts with a huge mindset shift. We have to stop thinking about just surviving the day-to-day and start building an architecture for growth. And listen, this is not just about finding another cool app. It's about creating a real solid business infrastructure right from the start. Okay, so what do I actually mean by infrastructure? Think of it like the nervous system of your business. It's a system that connects every single part, your sales, your inventory, all your branches, so they all talk to each other and act as one. You know, your shop in Ikeja knows exactly what's in your Lucky warehouse right now in real time. It's what lets you scale up, add a new store, or launch a new product line without the whole thing just crumbling. All right, let's get super practical for a second. Let's talk about taming your ledgers. We're going to take two of the absolute biggest headaches that every growing business faces and turn them into seriously powerful, data-driven tools. Okay, first up, credit sales. Oh boy. In an economy like Nigeria's, where cash can be tight, offering credit is just, well, it's a fact of life. You pretty much have to do it. But how in the world do you manage that without completely destroying your cash flow? It is a genuine nightmare for so many people. This really shows the change, doesn't it? The before is that classic debtor's book. You know the one, handwritten notes, messy, and every follow-up call feels personal and emotional. But the after? That's a smart credit ledger. It automatically tells you who's 30, 60, or 90 days late. It even gives customers a risk score based on how they've paid you in the past. And this is the best part, it sends out automated reminders so you don't have to make that awkward call. All of a sudden, being kind to your customers is a calculated business decision, and your risk is something you can actually manage. All right, on to the second big headache. You desperately want to grow your sales, but you just can't afford to hire a massive sales team. So how do you scale your business using collaborators, social sellers, affiliates, influencers, without completely drowning in all the admin? I mean, the old way is just pure chaos, right? You're trying to track sales in your DMs, you're up late at night with spreadsheets, trying to calculate commissions, and there are always arguments about who sold what. But the new way? That's the indirect sales ledger. It's so simple. Each person you work with gets their own unique code. Any sale made with that code is automatically tagged to them and their commission is tracked in real time. No more disputes, no more midnight spreadsheets, just total clarity. And if you want to see just how powerful this is, let's talk about Amaka. She has a cosmetics business. She started out working with just 3 influencers on Instagram. But after putting a system like this in place, 8 months later, she was working with 47 collaborators. 47! And her revenue? It quadrupled. All with 0 increase to her payroll. Think about that. She wasn't just selling makeup anymore. She was conducting an orchestra. Okay, so this is where we really start to zoom out, because once you've stopped putting out all those daily fires, something incredible happens. You stop being just a business owner, and you become a business architect. You get the power to see beyond today's numbers and actually start designing the future of your company. And a really important idea here is something called equity analysis. Basically, it's the real-time net worth of your business. And this is the fundamental shift right here. You stop asking yourself, how much money did I make this month? And you start asking a much bigger question. What have I built? Is this business actually growing my personal wealth? This table makes it super easy to understand. So look, let's say you buy a delivery van, yeah? Your cash in the bank goes down. But your equity, your net worth, stays the same because you just turn that cash into an asset. Now, what if you take out a big loan to expand? Your cash goes way up, but so does your liability, which brings your net worth back down. See? Looking at your business this way lets you make smart, strategic moves for long-term value, not just panicky decisions based on the cash you have today. So let's bring this all back home. Remember Chitty from the beginning? Let's look at the incredible 5-year journey that's possible when you stop just running a shop and you start building a real system. Just look at this timeline. In year 1, he just got his inventory and cash flow under control. Simple, right? But then, year 2, with that smart credit ledger, he could start selling to big corporate clients. And boom, revenue jumped 60%. Year 3, he used the indirect sales ledger to bring on 20 influencers, and it cut the cost of getting a new customer in half. By year 4, his data was so good, his projections so solid, that he could fund a new branch himself. And by year 5, Chidi didn't just have a shop. He had a multi-branch chain. He had a real working system. And what Chidi said at the end of all this really says it all. I used to work in my business, now I work on it. I mean, isn't that the ultimate goal? That's true freedom for an entrepreneur. And it's what happens when you build a real architecture. So, I'm going to leave you with one final thought, a question to really ask yourself. Take a good, honest look at what you're doing every day. Is your business just a job that you happen to own? Or is it a real asset that's growing, one that can thrive even when you're not there putting out fires? The difference between those two things, well, it's architecture.